y'all. I am going to do a quick tutorial on how to get this New Year's Eve eyeshadow look. It's been a minute since I filmed a makeup tutorial, so we're going to see how this goes. But if you're interested in learning how to get this look, stay tuned and let's jump right into it. I've already gotten one eye done, so now we're going to do this eye to match. So the first thing we're going to do, start out with your eyeshadow primer. This is Milani's. You can use anything that you have. You can also use concealer. So I'm just going to put this all over my lid. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to pick up a fluffy brush, and the palette that I'm using is from ColourPop. This is called Bare Necessities. It is sold out right now on their website. I'm not sure if it's discontinued. You might could find it on Amazon. This is a warm palette. This has a great black shadow shade. And so to get this look, you need a black shadow, you need black eyeliner, you need a good warm palette. Picking up with my fluffy brush, we're going to go into Hot Gossip and just pick up a little of that. I'm going to try to do this so that y'all can see it and then I can see it. I've got my mirror right here and we're going to see how this is going to work. So because I am over 40, this is a trick that I have learned that your lid is going to naturally droop over time. So we're going to do our shadow a little differently than the 20-year-olds. We're not going to concentrate here in the crease. We're going to go a little higher than that because if I were to just do the crease, let me see if I can just do that so y'all can see. All right, so if I just did my crease here, then when I'm looking at you, that pretty much all disappears. If you have hooded eyes, this is the same technique. So we're going to go a little higher than what feels normal. I'm going to come up here above where I just placed that. You can do this however you're comfortable. You can windshield wiper it. You can do little circles. You can dab it. But just get that placement how you want it. So now when I'm looking at you, you can see a little of my shadow there. I'm going to pick up Taboo, which is a deep brown. Same thing, a little higher than you normally would. Now this brush is probably too big for that, but it's getting the job done. Bringing this about halfway over my lid. Okay, so that's what we've got. Okay, so now for the magic part. I have a kohl eyeliner. And this is a very soft one. If you didn't have a soft one, you would just warm that up with your fingers because we're going to place that in the outer corner. Let me get my mirror. I'm just going to place that. This is going to function as my base for everything else. Just putting a little of that in the outer corner, not past my pupil there. I'm going to start out with my finger because that's warm, and this is going to help to move this eyeliner around a little bit. Now, there is a harsh line here, so I'm just going to barely bump over that with my finger. We're going to add some more shadow to that in a second. Okay, so that's what we have to begin with. Pick up a flat brush, and I love ColourPop's lighter colors. So this one is called Idle Hour, and it's in this top corner here. And I'm going to pick it up on a flat brush, pack it in the corner of my eye right in here. See the pigment from that ColourPop shadow? So far, I have not found anything that is that good. I like the brightening effect of having a little bit of light shadow in the corner of my eye. Now, we could come back and add some shimmer to that, which we will. Ooh, I look a little crazy. Now that that's done, we're going to come back with a small brush. And this is where I'm going to pick up my black shadow. It's called Spyglass. I'm going to layer that over that shadow, just to kind of get a really deep, dark look. Bring it up as high as you want to. The same rule applies that you won't be able to see it if you don't bring it up high enough. I don't want this one super high. I just kind of want all the party to be on my lid. So that's where I'm going to keep mine. Just kind of into that crease, which will disappear when I'm looking straight, but then it will be evident whenever I look down. Okay, so once that's done, you can blend that a little bit easier. I go back in and I pick up my transition shade, which is that very first one called Hot Gossip, which is this color here. And I'm going to pick up some of that on my brush. Use that to blend. This one's pretty well blended out, but just to make sure, I go right there on the edge of my brown and black and just blend that out. Now I'm going to come up here a little higher, just barely kissing that just to blend it, and that's what we're going for. You could just add a little shimmer here. This is called Twinkle. I'm wanting a glitter. I'm just going to put that on my inner corner, a little bit over that cream. So the color that I'm going to use is by Mora. It's their Star Show Shadow Pot. The color that I have here is OMG, and so it is an OMG color. This is a cream base, so you don't have to worry about trying to use your setting spray to make it stick or use any glitter glue. I'm just going to use my finger, pick up a little bit. Like I said, this is a cream base, so it sticks really well. And then I'm going to come over in the center of my lid. This is so pretty. So where I'm seeing it's purple, but where y'all see it's green. So this is a definite chameleon shade. Now it wouldn't be this same effect if I didn't have the black base underneath it. Okay, got it? So I'm just going to use a liquid liner, and I'm going to line the top and the bottom, but not together. We're going to do that separately. And I like to do little tiny strokes, and so I start in the middle, bring it out to the corner, just like that, and kind of flick it in. So once my top liner is done, and now I'm going to do the underneath, and I'm just going to go right here under my lashes, not a thick one, and this is really just to give my shadow something to stick to. All right, so I'm going to just blend that out with a little flat brush with some of that black that we have. Not much, just a little of that black underneath, and you'll see why in just a second. Okay, trying to get these eyes to match. My small little brush, and I'm going to go back into that Mora shade, and I'm just going to put some glitter underneath, some shimmer underneath, and hopefully it will have something to stick to, and that black will make it show up. Kohl eyeliner that we used earlier, and we're just going to run that in the waterline, and I'm actually going to tightline too, which is your top waterline under your lashes. Okay, I'm going to put a little mascara. I'm using the Lash Princess I'm going to put that on my bottom lashes and put a coat on my top lashes. Putting my mascara on while I'm letting my lash glue dry. If you don't normally wear false lashes, you have to let your glue get tacky before you just plop it on your eye. So I'd say about 20-30 seconds, which is plenty of time for me to put my mascara on, so my lash should be perfect now. We're going to see if I can do this on camera for y'all. Alright, so here's my lash. I've already put my glue on there, and it's already starting to get clear, so it's ready to go on. So the best way for me to do this is if I look down into my mirror. I don't know if I can do this where y'all can see, but I'm going to look down into my mirror. Okay, it's on a little crooked. So now I'm just going to use my tweezers to place it. I always grab the end. I like my end to be not hanging off my eye, because it will drag your eye down if it hangs off the side of your eye. Let me look down so y'all can see it all. My lash is probably still a little wet, so hopefully it'll stay on. But there is my New Year's Eve look with my Vero wig. And what do we think? That looks fancy, I think. Nothing fancy, but fancy. You know what I mean? All right, y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.